Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're talking about the 3 things that are keeping you from hitting diamond. Fighting too long is the first thing that's keeping you from hitting diamond. Olympus is the rank map for Split 1 of Season 12. Third parties are a huge part of Apex, from your bronze player to predator player. Everyone is familiar with this concept. Every team currently not in a fight will be hunting, or better yet, listening for a fight nearby. Olympus is a map where if you don't wipe a squad in 30 seconds maximum, expect at least one other team nearby. See, because of how close all the PUIs are on Olympus, it makes third parties almost guaranteed. The goal here isn't to wipe the team so you can run from the third party. I mean, yes, if the situation causes for that, then by all means. But if you want to be a demon at Apex, you need to invite all fights, as long as you got to reset before the fight, or you're not already at maximum KP. Good players stay in hunt mode, and let's be honest, there's nothing quite like wiping 2 squads back to back, regardless of what rank you're in. Rotating too late is the second thing holding you back from hitting diamond. This is something I constantly see in lobbies, platinum lobbies specifically. See, guys, what ideally needs to happen is you and your team choose a rotation to where you land or pass through an area with a survey beacon. This will do a couple of things. First thing it does is you and your team will stay one zone ahead, which will give you vital information on your next rotation and which POIs the circle is pulling to. The second thing it will do is it will potentially bring another team to that beacon, allowing you to get KP before you start trying to get good positioning, or what we like to call the best spot, aka the God spot. One thing you have to realize is the deeper into a game you are, the more important rotations are. At the higher ranks, you typically will have 7 to 10 teams left in round 3, which we all know is when the circle begins to hurt, and being held out, well, is basically GG's. This is why early rotations are so important. No one will try and gatekeep you round 1 or 2, but as the circle in play gets smaller and the real estate inside gets smaller, you never want to show up late to a packed ring and have no idea where teams are. By getting there early, you start to build a general understanding of where all the teams are, who's safe, who's not in, and most importantly, who is your biggest threat. In a season where max KP is 5 and the bigger incentive is placement, I'd highly recommend early rotating if you want to go high in the rankings this split. And one thing before we jump into the third thing holding you back, I have one tip for Valkyrie players. It seems to be the consensus with a lot of them. Don't rely on your ult to save you when rotating late. Like I mentioned, if there are 7 squads left in round 4 and you decide to fly in, think of how small the circle is. You don't know where everyone is playing, but one thing that is for sure is they all know where you are. I don't know how many times I've personally died landing on a team deep in a game because we rotated too late and had no information. Playing with your team is the third thing keeping you from hitting diamond this season. This concept may be the simplest to grasp, but the hardest to execute. You see, playing with your team can mean so many different things. For example, if your teammate gets cracked, but you decide to push up, you have to understand that currently it's a 2v3. Your teammate is healing, which is taking the gun out of his hands. More than likely, he isn't even peeking, so he has no info as well. On the flip side, the enemy team cracked one without taking damage. They are going to try and push the advantage. So not only are you putting distance from yourself and your teammates, you're getting closer to the 3-stack who's currently foaming at the mouth, right? You never want to purposely take fights at a disadvantage. Sometimes they are unavoidable, but that's typically a rarity. What you should have done is held the position, wait for your teammate to full heal while you're giving out comms and giving cover fire. Comms are extremely important in Apex, but also a part of giving comms is listening to all the interactions, information being given. So if you hear your teammates cracked, let the fight reset, then make your move. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Alright guys, I'm confident that if you follow these 3 rules, you will hit diamond this split guaranteed. If you liked or learned anything from the video, consider subscribing and liking it. It's free and it will help push my videos to others who are also struggling to hit diamond. So thank you for doing that. Have a great rest of your day. Until next time, I'm out.